toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. The Dome, home to the Orange in Syracuse University. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Penn State Nittany Lions. Syracuse will kick off and we'll be underway. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So Penn State's offense will go on the attack first. Blowouts in rivalry games can be the result of a number of factors. Sometimes teams start pressing, sometimes it just gets away, sometimes they didn't have the right mindset. The last time they got together, lopsided. What happens this time, David?
But either way, last time affects this time, because all you've heard about is we weren't even competitive. This is a rivalry game, a big-time game. We didn't show up. We dishonored our previous teams and squads, and we've got to do better. That's all they've heard coming into this game, Bowman.
Yeah, David, I think that was the story the last time these teams played. One team handled the emotion of the game better than the other team. You've got to be able to play within yourselves and play one snap at a time. That last game got away from the losing team. I don't expect that to happen today.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Wants to adjust the pattern. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Quickly to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. The Nittany Lions can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards. Turning it on. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. Quick tempo here for the offense. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. On the run, still looking. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Driving his way all the way down to the 3-yard line.
I'm amazed by this offense. This is how you set the tone for a game. Running, throwing on the opening drive, driving right down the field. You just run to set yourself up now in 1st and goal. They are...
Touchdown, Nittany Lions! Fitted in the window for the score. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game?
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
The Orange offense will get its first chance now. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone.
The defensive coordinators coming in this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws.
He hurls one deep down the left side. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down. Syracuse will send out the punt team. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Fires to the middle. That's caught. It's Williams. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Took just one play, and they got it almost to midfield. 1st down from the 49. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Gonzalez. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so...
And he pumps it up inside the 20. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Well, you'd be hard-pressed to find better field position to start a drive. First and goal from the 10. Wants to throw on first down. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Nittany Lions!
This offense is looking ridiculous. 3 touchdowns now in the first quarter, doing whatever they want at will. I don't know if you're panicking, Palmer, but, I mean, they got to put something together on the other side of the field or else this one's going to get ugly fast.
One thing I know, David, is the defensive staff, after having the ball just run down their throat and thrown over their heads, they need to make some adjustments earlier than they probably anticipated, because right now they have no answers for this offense.
Looking to throw, it's Brooks. Hauls it in. Sweet cut there. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. And they'll come to the line with less than a yard to go. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Tries to surge ahead on the sneak. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning Turkey Bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, there he goes! They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. Syracuse has a really nice drive going.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
So now it's second and long. Looking to fire. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. Syracuse ready to go to work with another first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. Working well behind the sticks on second down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Here comes the heat. Short gain on the play before he slides.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. Syracuse will be forced to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this when ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. Final play of the quarter coming. The give is to Smith. Jukes his way for more. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We've reached a break, and Penn State is on top. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Making side adjustments here. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is.
Intentional grounding of offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They'll line up for a second down play. The give to the back. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Handoff from the gun. They stop him short, and we'll have a big 4th down coming. The Nittany Lions will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll return it from the 50. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Looking to throw, it's Brooks. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down. Syracuse right back at it.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
The Orange now facing a 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. The sudden change on the turnover, and man, he was looking for running room. Couldn't find that, but they'll have it at the 22. Smith takes the handoff. Going the other way, and he's got room. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Penn State!
Touchdown.
You talk about going on the road and making a statement. 27-0. Hostile environment be dang. You talk about home field advantage. Well, it hasn't worked. They have come in and had answers and started this first half as good as you possibly can.
0.
And he's coming out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Back to pass, it's Brooks. Under fire. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
Defense came on the field with fresh legs, and here on just the second play of the drive, they're able to get a sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Fires to the tight end. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. The Orange will have to punt. He'll take it on the return. Makes a move. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Man, that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score, David. See if they can do it again.
Yeah, and I find it hard-pressed they're not going to give it right back to him. You break that long of a run, get a touchdown, Jesse, I'm assuming he's going to touch it again.
You're absolutely right, Dave. Everybody in this stadium, I think, is expecting him to get it again, too. Big-time players make big plays in big games. Let's see what he can do here.
Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm. Finally throws his first incompletion of the game.
caught near the sticks. It's Gonzalez. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. I was starting to think about what they would do if they didn't pick up the first down here, but I guess that's a moot point now.
Moot point for sure, and the head coach was probably telling them 4-down territory, we're going to kick a field goal, whatever the next decision.
Breaks into the open. Got enough space. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, as you know, there is a fight for the Cy-Hawk going on between Iowa and Iowa State, and we finally have a winner. Iowa State notched a victory in enemy territory, and though it wasn't a dominant win, I'd argue any win away from Ames is worth its weight in gold to the Cyclones.
Dropping back, it's Brooks. Under fire. Pressure's there, and he lets it go.
All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. The Orange with a lot of work to do on 3rd and long. They'll move the wide receiver. Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Syracuse will send out the punt team. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Slips through the line. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. With the catch, it's Williams. And the Nittany Lions can really attack on this 2nd and short. Power football with the run. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
All right, guys, that's not a home run type play, but he did enough there to keep the chains moving.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. They'll power it inside with the fullback. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. A little old school football riding the big fella, and a nice gain on that one.
Yeah, this guy's an athlete, too. He's not just a blocker. You can hand off the ball, and he can go find positive yards. Shows you right there.
Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
These receivers on these scramble drills are going to have to play with a little bit more urgency because this pass rush is getting after the QB. He was flushed out to the left and wasn't able to complete that throw because of the hit he took.
Got his man quickly. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. The Nittany Lions want to pick up the tempo. Looking to throw on first down. Firing to the right, complete. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Penn State!
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They scored again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
42, Syracuse, 0.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Tanner. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Back to pass, it's Brooks. Got his man. He gets across the 20-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 23.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. To the air on first down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Got a man, it's White. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Looking downfield on first down. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half.
The Nittany Lions will line up to kick off and start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start. 25. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this third quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the... It was a TKO. It was awful in the first half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive together.
The only thing you can do at this point offensively is just make sure your best players are touching the football as often as possible. You recruited these guys. You got guys out of the portal. You put your faith in them to make plays. This is a time to go out and do it.
Back to throw. It's Winton. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. Syracuse ready to go to work with another first down. Here we go. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got him. They're dealing with a second and long. Back to pass. He'll take a deep shot here. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
This offense has had some struggles early in this game so far. They're just trying to get something going, and so you take a shot. You try to find your best one-on-one matchup and see if they can make a play. The defense was ready for it. Good coverage on the back end. They look very prepared. All 11 guys on defense right now playing together as one.
Wide open downfield. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
Handoff from the shotgun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. On the ground, it's Tamatova. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
They go to the ground. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. The holder will put it down on the right hash, a 33-yard try. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And they'll put 3 on the board, but the deficit remains huge.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Got the first down and more. And he's brought down after a nice game. So much for the tough field position. One play and you're already to the 35. Right back to the well. At the 45 on his way. Wide open spaces. He's at... And he just kept running and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry, get some emotion, get some momentum on your side.
Looking downfield, it's Winton. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Give to the running back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the 3rd quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. Syracuse will be forced to punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like...
Oh, he's got some space. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. They're going to ride this running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The Nittany Lions headed quickly to the line. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Makes the grab, it's Smith. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll go to the ground.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Motion from the wide receiver. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. It's complete to the right. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Penn State on top. Well, guys, so far, this has been a massive beatdown, and it would appear the biggest challenge is what kind of records can they set as we have a look at the 3rd quarter stats. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And he got nothing, and the line of scrimmage is still the 5-yard line. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get...
Touchdown, Penn State! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. He stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying and have had very little success. The RPO, it's complete. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Syracuse needs to come up with a big third down play to keep the drive going. Wants to throw, it's Winton. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. They bring the punter onto the field now. They'll be forced to kick for the 6th time tonight. From midfield, looking for room. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O's. From the gun, running back gets to give. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Nittany Lions want to move quickly. Gets it to him on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
This offense will screen you in a variety of ways. They'll throw receiver screens, tight end screens. The running back screen also a big part of what they like to do, like you just saw there.
Caught in the backfield, it's Solomon. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. Splits the uprights, good. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest of this way, and we looking pretty good.
The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. Last drive was a quick 3 and out, and now time is even more of a factor to get something going. Makes the catch. And they picked up 9 on 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd and short. Quarterback on the keeper. Turning it on. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. Syracuse, with that legacy of running backs, just ripped off a huge one there. Let's see what they've got this time. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And he was fortunate not to lose on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. The play action fake. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in, you could tell. They were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Got a man. And boy, is he close to that 1st down. Maybe just a couple of inches short. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. Syracuse ready to go to work with another 1st down. On the run, it's Tamatova. He stopped in the backfield again, and this just hasn't been his night. It's been more like a nightmare. Back to throw, it's Winton. Pocket breaking down. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Bringing the heat. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. The Orange will have to punt.
4th down.
Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. He gets a block. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. So the first play of the drive, starting here from the 45. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Got enough for the first down. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Quarterback making adjustments. I guess they're just trying to build up the stats. A strike downfield. And that's how you finish it off. Scoring on the final play of the game doesn't affect the outcome. Just a little cherry on top of the sundae. You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other one sucks into their greedy lungs. Figuratively speaking, of course. And when you win, is that sweet.
It's glorious to be able to brag, to be able to text message your buddies, to be able to post stuff on social media. It's a lot of fun. I think fans like it more than anybody, but it's something that every year you have a couple games starred. This was one of them, Jesse. They took care of business, and now you move on to the next.
They really did, and we saw some great individual efforts in this game by the winning team, too. So cool to see some of these players that have had terrific collegiate careers make some of the biggest plays of their lives in this game, in a rivalry game that just means so much. This was a fun one to call.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.